Do bikers like football? Do they like sports in general? Want to know more? Catch you inside.
RevelatorAlf.
Well, welcome to RevelatorAlf, the channel about motorcycling, riding bikes and interests of all sorts, shapes, sizes and descriptions. So today I'm talking about bikers, motorcycle riders, whatever you want to call it, motorcyclists, and do they like football, or indeed do they like any other sports? Well, look, it kind of depends on the circles and that you move in, and it really depends as you as an individual, if you like other sports, of course. But the kind of the people that I grew up with riding bikes, many of them didn't really like football as a rule at all. In fact, if you go a cross section of all motorcyclists, in the UK, let's say, for example, that's what I'm talking about, of my experience, not many people like football at all. Now, if you're from the other parts of the world, United States, I'm talking about soccer, not American football, so just make that description. For us in the UK, it's football, right? But so now you have more of an affinity I've found with bikers and rugby a lot of the time. Certainly motorcycle sports, there's always been a great affinity with that. Any kind of, from MotoGP, World Superbikes, Super British Superbikes, that kind of thing, or off-road type stuff, freestyle, motocross, trials. Trials for me was a big thing when I grew up, and motocross and scrambling as well was a big thing, where I kind of like sort of cut my teeth a little bit as well. So, but I always had a kind of a dual life, if you like. It was always, on the one hand it was motorcycles, on the other hand it was always football. So two different, they were definitely separate, but they're equally as important to me, and that's been the same way throughout my whole life. I still ride motorbikes every day. I still love football every day. There's my team there, West Ham United. And for another channel, I make lots of videos about talking about football and talking about West Ham and what I think of the games, the team, the manager. Or get heavily involved in that kind of aspect. But many bikers don't like other sports. You kind of wonder why. Now is it a sort of conflict of interest? Is it that biking is all consuming, or they're only interested in motorcycles and motorcycle lifestyle and all that kind of stuff? Now, I suppose my argument is, well, okay, it always depends, on the individual. I'm sure there are lots of other people out there who ride motorcycles, are really into the biking lifestyle, but actually love sports as well. They love their football, they love their cricket, rugby, whatever it is. And they might, like I do, they might go to football matches as well. But my experience is that a lot of them don't really like football that much. It isn't like it's a passion of theirs. The passion is for the biking life, and football is, or other sports, is kind of secondary. I don't know. I mean, let me know what you think. If you ride motorbikes, do you like other sports? Do you like football as well? Are you a football fan? Do you follow a team? You're passionate about it, or can you sort of take it or leave it? And I think that's where my experience with a lot of bikers out there, a lot of riders, is that they can take or leave sports that doesn't really appeal to them. The only thing that really appeals to them is biking. Whereas for me, it was always, as I say, it was like a two-pronged attack. It was always, bikes and football, exactly the same. So maybe that's what my channel should be about, really, bikes and football, because that's what I love. I love the most, in terms of my hobbies. But let me know what you think. What's your experiences of riding bikes, and have you got any other interests? Do you know of bikers, and do they like their sports as well? Are they passionate about a particular team, or a particular sportsman or sportswoman, sportsperson, or a particular sport? Is it tennis, badminton, whatever, tiddlywinks, whatever it is? Anyway, so just thought I'd make this video about talking about bikers, and whether from the sports biker, from the off-road rider, the adventure rider, from the roughy tufty biker, whatever it is, do they really like other sports, and do they like football? In my experience, there are undoubtedly are bikers that do like other sports than football, but the percentage is quite small. Maybe in other countries there might be a different demographic, it might be a different interest. Certainly in this country I've never really known that many, but I could be wrong. Right, let me know what you think. Let me know if you know, let's say, lots of other people who ride bikes but also love their sports as well. Anyway, please subscribe, hit the notifications bell, leave lots of comments, and I'll catch you on the next video. Cheers now.